In the winter of 1939, deep within the frozen hellscape of German-occupied Eastern Europe, a battered Soviet T-34 tank lay hidden beneath the broken limbs of a snow-covered forest. Captain Nikolai, the stoic leader, refused to surrender. Alongside him were Alexei, the young and brilliant mechanic, Boris, the hot-headed gunner, Petrov, the cautious driver, and Ivan, the quiet but clever radio operator. For days they had evaded enemy patrols, waiting for a chance to escape. But time was running out. Fuel was low. The radio was jammed, and the bitter wind carried the howls of approaching German dogs. Tension simmered within the steel walls of the tank. The crew was divided. Some wanted to flee into the forest and hope for mercy or luck. But Nikolai believed in the tank. It was their last defense, their only chance to survive. Then a spark of hope. Alexei announced he could rig the ignition for one final burst of power using parts from the useless radio. Ivan, scanning a set of stolen maps, discovered a brief gap in the patrol route. 3 minutes before the next sweep. The plan was risky. Ignite the tank, charge west through the woods, cross a frozen river, and reach Soviet lines. It was all or nothing. But as they prepared for the breakout, something unexpected happened. A sudden signal crackled over the damaged radio. German voices speaking urgently. Even with limited knowledge of the language, pieced together something chilling. The Germans were not just searching for random Soviet soldiers. They had intercepted a message revealing a spy among their ranks. Someone in their unit had betrayed Nazi secrets. Someone had been transmitting from this very tank. The crew froze, realizing that one of them was more than just a soldier. Suspicion and paranoia exploded. Could it be Ivan, the quiet radio man who always fiddled with transmissions? Or Boris, whose rage sometimes felt forced? But there was no time to confront it. German troops were closing in fast, and the ignition system was primed. Whatever secrets lay among them would have to wait. The tank roared to life, its engine growling like a beast awakened. Snow exploded as it surged forward, smashing through trees, attracting immediate gunfire. A German jeep pursued them through the woods, but Boris fired the cannon. The shell tore it apart in a fiery explosion. As the tank pushed forward, Alexei held two wires together with his bare hands, his skin burning from electricity. Suddenly, from behind a ridge, a German panzer tank emerged. A direct hit would destroy them. But Nikolai didn't flinch. He ordered a head-on charge. The T-34 slammed into the smaller tank, knocking it off the road. Sparks and smoke filled the air. But the worst lay ahead, a frozen river that could crack under the weight. As they approached the ice, Petrov hesitated, fearing it would collapse. But they had no other path. The tank rumbled onto the ice sheet. Every inch creaked and groaned under the weight. Behind them, German troops gathered at the bank, opening fire. Bullets tore into the tank. A pipe burst, flames ignited, and Alexei, already burned, screamed but never let go of the wire. A round punched through the side hatch. Ivan was hit. He slumped over the radio, dead. Ice cracked violently as the T-34 crawled forward. The rear treads began to slip into the water, but with a final blast of engine power, the tank lurched forward and reached the far bank. The ice shattered behind them, dragging the chasing German vehicles into the freezing river below. Smoke and steam poured from the tank as it finally rolled to a stop. The crew stumbled out into the snow, coughing, bleeding, and shaken. Ivan was gone. They buried him by the riverbank, marking the grave with a broken tank tread. No words were spoken, just a silent salute. As the sky darkened and snow began to fall again, the remaining four, Nikolai, Boris, Alexei, and Petrov, turned toward the trees, limping west toward the Soviet border. Behind them, the T-34 stood silent in the frost, its turret scorched, its body riddled with bullet holes, but still intact, a monument of defiance. The secret of the spy, whoever it was, died with the river crossing. No one ever spoke of it again. They had survived not just the enemy outside, but the tension within. And as the wind swept over the forest, only the faintest echo of the tank's engine remained. A ghostly roar that whispered of loyalty, betrayal, sacrifice, and survival.